Near Winston Manor was an Imperial Army camp. The quartermaster had a certain inventory of enchanted items, and he would take my potions in exchange for them. I was still getting spellcasting lessons from the court wizard in Solitude. And I finally learned to cast the Flame Cloak spell from the book that I had found near Dawnstar. Usually these trips from Winston Manor to Solitude were completely uneventful. But this time, I saw a man in armor start charging me. I didn't have my armor on, so I did the best I could with some spellcasting. Fortunately, he didn't have any missile weapons or spellcasting himself, so I was able to stay out in front of him. He had turned out to be a crazed follower of an evil Daedric prince. However, he did have some nice armor on him, which replaced some of the older armor that I had been wearing.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go?
I made a trip to Markarth to sell more potions.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
And I ran into a group of people who looked quite concerned.
We're the only ones left. Forsworn came in the night, killed everyone. Gat and I are the only ones who escaped. Hopefully Skaggy will send word to the Jarl and something will be done.
Stupid.
I'd be grateful. Kolskeggr is my home. But I wouldn't go there if I were you. There's a whole group of them with axes and magic on their side.
Seemed like a good place to put all my magic training and my new armor to good use. Seemed like the bigger group was inside the cave. The court wizard at Solitude had encouraged me to buy some scrolls in case I got into trouble.
You won't leave here alive!
That seemed like all of them, so I headed back to Markarth.
Don't go to Kolskeggr. It's not safe. You drove them off? By yourself? Thank you. We'll head back to work right away. Take this. It's the least I can do.
The most well-known
The
stronghold
orc
is
put in a
Kolskeggr.
good word for me in the local orc stronghold, and they were good places to get combat training, which I needed since I only had so many Frost Atronach scrolls.
You speak to Borgug, chief of Dushnik Jarl. Yes, I earned the right by slaying my father in single combat.
Where do you want to go?
With my new skills, I wanted to clear the road from Solitude to Dawnstar, which mostly meant clearing out a lot of wildlife and some bandits.
I damn you! Cannot best you!
The bandits had a lot of low-quality gear, which wouldn't have sold for very much. It was better used to train my blacksmithing repair skills. I bought an enchanted axe from the Imperial Army quartermaster, which made it possible to fight trolls. Xavi was getting settled in Winston Manor, and I had started to build a large book collection, including some that were magic related. Of course, I continued selling my potions everywhere I could and looking for rare magical items from quartermasters and fighting wildlife in between. There was mysterious priest Amara in the inn in Dawnstar. He asked me to help him destroy an extremely powerful artifact in the local temple.
It's this way.
Well, I guess I was feeling adventurous. But we turned out to make a pretty good team.
Years ago, this temple was raided by an orc war party seeking revenge. They were being plagued by nightmares, just like the people of Dawnstar. Behold the skull of corruption, the source of Dawnstar's woe. We must reach the inner sanctum and destroy it. We fight to the last.
How long have these orcs been here?
Damn it! The priests must have activated this barrier when the miasma was released. We're certain to find more of the awakened within.
The priest encouraged me to take a shock resistance potion before entering, as the priests of Romania specialized in electrical magic. He also encouraged me to kill the priests of Romania first.
They mustn't stop us. Take heed, they've put Lady Mara.
Fortunately, I found these two priests still sleeping.
Barring any more interruptions, perhaps we can locate the information I need.
The priest said we need a special book, which we were fortunate enough to find. And he said once he read it, he said there was a way to get past the barrier.
It involves a recipe for a liquid known as Vermina's torpor. Take heed, they've awakened.
Stendar, wow. Not dead. Kill them. Kill them all. Attack!
We had found some alchemy
Should
lab.
be in a small bottle, very similar to a potion. So, I've taken us this
Unfortunately,
far.
the only way we
You
could make
need
it
to guide
work
us the rest of
was
the
for
way.
me to drink the torpor.
The orcs have breached the inner sanctum, brother. Guard this skull without lives, if necessary.
Beg me to kill you before I die.
It worked. Mara be praised. You vanished after drinking the torpor and materialized on the other side. I've never seen anything quite like it.
With the barrier open, you still had to get deeper into the temple to find the Skull of Corruption.
Mercy.
In the final chamber, Arendar met some of his old friends.
Ben, Thorin, you're alive. No thanks to you, Casimir. I can't allow you to destroy the skull, Priest of Mara. Then you leave me no choice. Time for your... It's... Vermina. You do? I knew Varen and Thoric. They were my friends. If you'll stand back, I'll perform the ritual granted to me by Lady Mara.
When we finally found the Skull of Corruption,
It yearns for
strangest
memories
thing
and
happened to
leaves
me.
nightmares in its wake. Grant me the power to break through this barrier and to send the skull to the depths of oblivion.
Quickly, kill him now. Kill him and claim the skull for your own. Vermina commands you.
Did I actually hear the voice of Vermina in my head? I don't know, but I just trusted in Lady Mara and let the priest finish his work.
Forgive me if I don't appear relieved. This temple has taken its toll on me. My intention was to spend the rest of my years here, burying the past and praying for forgiveness. But instead, I wish to offer my services to you.
Arendar encouraged me to take any items I thought were useful from the temple. I found 2 very powerful magic ribs that were much better than the ones I've been using, and that would speed up my training in magic casting. I also found a number of soul gems, which I'd always been fascinated with.